Hey guys, this is Jasper. Today we are going to go to a local horror con. It's Midsummer Scream, now called Awaken the Spirits. I have never been to it before, despite living here, even though I was like at college for a little while, but whatever. So it'll be really fun to see it. I've been to this convention center exactly once before, but it was like not the whole use of the convention center, so I don't know how big it's gonna be of a con. It's definitely gonna be a lot more chill than other con experiences I've been to. No tens of thousands of people. Thank God. Even in non-COVID times, I do not want to do that again. So I'm really hoping that this like reintroduction into cons will be exciting.
one video of that on TikTok. I was like, that's witchcraft right there.
Yeah, no, it really is. Cause like if you hold it too long, it like gets darker. And
Yeah,
you gotta
exactly.
just like.
It's a witch hazel base, so it's not going to dry your skin out at all. And it's got this whole list of herbs and oils in there.
So thieves oil. Oh, that's cool.
So it's like refreshing, but it's also like
Plague
protective.
Yeah.
It's antiviral.
Everything's like healing, has healing properties. Everything's organic. I have lotion bars, tinctures for kitties.
So we got out of the exhibit hall to get food because there was only one food truck option out there, and I do not want to buy the overpriced pizza and stuff inside. I no longer am a teenager who likes those things. Yeah, so just a good old Starbucks. It's definitely weird to go to a convention during COVID time, but you know, definitely wearing a mask and being vaccinated and social distancing, all very important things. The dealer's hall was a little packed, but that's how it always is at every con. And at least you could actually move, so you know, you had to worry about like getting in the way of people, but there wasn't any sort of like 405 traffic. I really like the exhibit hall. I did not.
Mr. Electric, send him to the principal's office and have him expelled!
I did not expect there to be characters roaming and it was, you know, scaring people. That was fantastic. Loved that. I really was into a lot of the practical effects stuff that they were showing off. Also, I did not know this, but one of my LARP friends was there. Hello, Bridget. That was nice to see you. Here's her family's booth. It's just, wow, so cool, so much, so well constructed, wow. So yes, very cool. Bridget, I miss you. And I miss all my live friends. There were a lot more people in costume than I expected. I was thinking, like, you know, anime conventions are gonna be a lot more like costumes and stuff, but like a lot of people, like at least 75% of the people there had some sort of Halloween thing going on with, you know, at least a t-shirt, but there was a lot of people in actual costumes. So that was really exciting, and not something I expected. I obviously didn't film anybody in those costumes, even though they were really cool, because that would be fucking rude. And I could ask them, but I didn't want to. So just imagine it in your mind's eye that there's a lot of really cool people. I showed some of the characters and stuff, but you know, pretty, like, they're paid to do that, you know. I ended up buying like 2 things. One is this coffin bag that I probably wouldn't have bought, except it's the perfect size for all of my camera stuff. And the guy who was selling it was really good at selling things, and like as a retail person, I really appreciate when people are good at selling things correctly and don't do it in an awful mall kiosk salesman way and are actually combining charisma and product knowledge. Anyway, the guy was good. I bought his shit. I thought it was all leather from the, like, seeing it, but it's canvas. I should have just, you know, touched the actual display item, but I didn't want to because COVID. But I actually like that it's canvas because that means it'll wash easier and not flake off like most fake leather does, so that's nice. And then I also got this potpourri thing that smelled just absolutely heavenly. It was also the soap shop, but I knew that the second I put that in my bag it would be crushed forever. So it smells basically exactly like Disneyland at Halloween. I don't know how to explain that, but it does. It smells exactly like it. Just so gorgeous. Like, I'm putting this on my altar immediately, even though I absolutely do not have the room. But that is fine. We will make the room. It's fine. Look at those little pumpkins. They're so cute. It's got like little cinnamon sticks and dried, I don't know if it's cranberries or if it's raisins. And then I got 2 little tea-like candles with herbs in them, which were just, ooh, pretty. I love witch stores in general, but especially when the people who run them are very nice. I got 1 sticker so that I can put it on my locker at work. I think that's everything I bought. Oh, no. Yeah, that's everything. So I'll be going back into the convention center right now, probably do a little more exhibit hall, or I might line up for the Dark Harbor panel, depending on how long filming this takes, because I know that the lady said I should probably get there like 30 minutes beforehand for the line so I don't stand outside in the sun and die.
Gain a little insight on how the creative minds were able to turn historic legends into reality and create such memorable monsters and bring them to life. Let's take a little trip down memory lane. Here's a little reminder of what we were up to when you last saw us.
So good to see you. It is my distinct privilege and pleasure to welcome you all to the 10th anniversary season of the Queen Mary's Dark Harbor. Won't you join us? I had the most fun I'd ever had in my life working that first year, and really finding and helping to create a wonderful family atmosphere that has only grown over the years. And
I really miss my family these last couple of years, so I can't wait for us to be able to get back to it.
To come into that production while it's operating and know that I would at some point sit at the helm of it was so overwhelming. I just remember feeling like it already operated like a machine. You know, it's like this fever pitch, and it's all the cast and the crew that make it what it is.
We have a lot of fun together, which is what I think is at the core of what makes everything work at Dark Harbor.
We sit down every year and say, can we make it better than the previous year? And if not, then we need to take a good hard look at what we're doing.
What does story even mean in the haunt world, and especially in Dark Harbor, because the stories are pretty rich there?
What we needed to do to make this event really special at the Queen Mary was to take advantage of that incredible ship and its history. And so in 2012, we branded our first 5 characters, the Captain, Graceful Gale, Scary Mary, Half-Hatch Henry, and Samuel the Savage.
Kind of tracing back its history, and that was when we birthed the maze Intrepid. So I think it's about travel, trying to take things from reality and really focusing on historic aspects. I think people gravitate toward that. They like a little bit of reality with their hysteria. And I think that's part of what what we're tasked to do, is to tell her story in a more meaningful way, to introduce the asset, the ship herself, to a new generation year after year. I think that's part of the reason that we're there, She has such a rich old history, and we're not too far off from anyone who boarded that ship soon will no longer be here to tell those stories. So I think we feel an obligation to carry on her story, and also keep her at the forefront of everyone's minds, because there is some really rich history there.
And all of our competitors, and friendly competitors out there have great teams that work on their events, and they have great casts, and they have people, they have wonderful mazes, they have all these things that they do great in different ways. But the one thing that we have that's just so important for us is we always have that beautiful ship as our backdrop, that really sets the tone and placemaking that we're so privileged to be able to work with.
So we went through kind of the most reported paranormal sightings aboard the ship and what they all pointed back to, and we came up with characters inspired by those sightings that were reported the most.
The Lady in White was one of the most, right?
Is one of the, she is the inspiration for Graceful Gale. Half-Hatch Henry is inspired by John Pedler, who really was cut in half by Door 13. We went back to those real stories, and these characters are inspired by them.
We have a costume and makeup to 2 separate teams, and they're incredible. I feel like we can go to them with our crazy ideas, and they whip out magic. Every night I marvel at how we get that many people through makeup and onto the stage in such a short period of time, especially because we don't use masks for the most part. Almost all of it is airbrush, almost all of it is hand-done prosthetics.
Every character leaving the room every night is just truly a work of art. So I'm just dazzled by it.
I think our average is 12 minutes per character. An average of 12 minutes per character, which is, considering it's all airbrushing, is phenomenal.
So obviously the Queen Mary's kind of in limbo. Nobody really knows when she's going to be reopening. Do you guys already have plans for the future, for future Dark Harbor events?
I wish we were here making an announcement that, surprise, we're reopening Dark Harbor this year. That isn't the case for this year, but we are, I will tell you, we're already making plans for next year in the hopes that we will be back in 2022.
I'm not going to dive into that very much, but anyway, yeah, so her point is that it didn't matter if she has all those taxes and
Monsters, demons, Hades, fire!
Fuck, I gotta shoot the comment.
So that was a good note to end on. I did not expect that much adrenaline. I didn't realize it was like a scaring thing. I should have realized that, but I thought it might have just been like another one of those like just booth things. No, it wasn't. So I think that's a good end to our convention experience. So yeah, I spent a moderate amount of money on things, some of which I needed, some I did not need. I didn't spend a lot on food, so that's good for me, but then I wasted that money I saved on a $12 alcohol. That was so small. But that's the convention experience, baby. I'm glad I went. This was my first convention since ALA in 2017, which is in like January, so it's a long fucking time ago. And it was nice to have like a really chill introduction back into it. But yeah, I had a really great time, and I'm glad I went into it blind because that let me, you know, experience it more organically. But I'm going to be putting up the full video of the panel that I filmed after this, and you can see all that. So thanks for coming to Midsummer Scream with me. I hope you guys had fun and look forward to more Halloween content coming soon. I'll be uploading the full Dark Harbor panel immediately, but also expect a Not Scary Farm video in the near future. You can also check out my old Knots video from 2018 if you don't want to wait, or if you want some cringe. Happy Halloween! Stay safe and have fun this year, and thank you all for helping me hit 100 subscribers. If you want to support the channel, subscribe, like, or comment on this video, follow me on other social media platforms, or consider supporting my Patreon or Ko-fi so I can keep upgrading my content. Thanks!